Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we'll learn about 12 tactics that put narcissists in their place. Now, let's begin. Are you tired of narcissists always getting their way? Do you know someone who takes advantage of others and needs to be put in their place? Narcissistic personalities are often toxic and manipulative toward the people in their lives. This extreme personality type is characterized by excessive self-interest, entitlement, and a lack of empathy, all of which drive their self-centered behavior. They often abuse the kindness of others, they manipulate people's thoughts and behaviors, and they use guilt as a weapon to push their needs onto others. For these reasons, narcissism is part of the dark triad. That's a trio of destructive personality traits including psychopathy and Machiavellianism. There are, however, different degrees of narcissism ranging from mild self-absorption to pathological mental illness. If you know someone who's persistently guilty of narcissistic behavior, chances are they fall somewhere in the middle of this spectrum. Their narcissism likely exceeds what's considered normal and healthy. However, there are still steps that you can take to resist their narcissistic tendencies and to show them how their self-centered behavior affects others. If their narcissism continues to worsen to the point of extreme pathological behavior, then it may not matter what you say or do. On the other hand, if this person is capable of finding perspective and occasionally using empathy, then putting them in their place may be the best thing for them, you, and the health of your relationship. Now, before we dive into the 12 tactics that you can use to put narcissists in their place, let's make one clear distinction. These tactics aim not to get revenge on narcissistic people or to watch them flounder as you toy with their minds. How would that be any better than the tactics that narcissists themselves use to manipulate you? Instead, these strategies force narcissists to reconsider their intentions and behavior. At the same time, these tactics will protect you from their toxic manipulation, giving you more power in the relationship and preserving your confidence and self-esteem. A narcissistic person can suck the life right out of you if you let them, but with these 12 tactics, you can defend yourself and put any narcissist right in their place. Number 1. Unwavering denial. One of the hardest things to tell a narcissist is the word no. Narcissists rarely respect your wants and needs, and they often capitalize on your attempts to express doubt or hesitation. They know that you'll break if they apply enough pressure, and that gives them the confidence to walk all over you. So if you want to put a narcissist in their place, then don't let anything change your mind. When you say no, be confident and unwavering. Don't leave any room for guilt or persuasion. You tell this person no again and again because there's nothing they hate more than not getting their way. Number 2. The honest truth. Lying comes naturally to many narcissists. However, if you know that someone has a habit of being dishonest, then you can quickly identify fake information and begin unraveling their web of lies. This can be startling for a narcissist and sends them into a panic. They're accustomed to getting away with their lies, smoothly passing fiction for fact. As soon as you shatter this illusion, any narcissist will frantically stack lie upon lie, trying desperately to prove you're the crazy one. If there's one thing narcissists can't stand, it's the honest truth. Number 3. Digging deeper. If you really want to put a narcissist in their place, then take some time to learn how they think, feel, and socialize. For example, you can often neutralize their manipulative tactics by identifying the kind and nature of their narcissism. For example, some narcissists believe they're larger than life, constantly feeding their egos with delusions of grandeur. Other narcissists are introverted and covert, expressing their narcissism through fear, insecurity, and victimization. The more you learn about the narcissist in your life, the easier it is to understand how they think and feel. Often narcissists lash out at others because no one seems to understand them at a deeper level. Be the one person who looks beneath the surface, and you'll throw any narcissist off their game. Number 4. Losing the game. Here's a mistake that many people make when dealing with narcissistic people. You notice their manipulative tendencies, and naturally you feel betrayed and offended by their behavior. So you try to beat them at their own game. You may seek revenge or satisfaction to try to beat them at their own game. The problem is, once you start playing their game, you've already lost. So if you want to put a narcissist in their place, take a step back and remind yourself that you're not a narcissistic or manipulative person. Instead of getting angry or fighting fire with fire, do something different. Try feeling sorry for them. Tell them that their behavior is immature and disappointing. Refuse to play their game, and you can never lose. Number 5. Calm reinforcement. Narcissists are notoriously disrespectful of other people's boundaries. If they want something, they'll go to any lengths to get it, even if that means stepping on your clearly defined limitations. It's impossible to stop a narcissist from overstepping boundaries, but you can control how you respond to their careless and selfish behavior. Here's the key: never let a narcissist feel like you're uncomfortable or upset. If this person thinks they're getting the best of you, they'll continue overstepping until you have no boundaries left. On the other hand, if you're calm, logical, and grounded, you can consistently reinforce your boundaries and always retain the power in your relationship. Number 6. Demanding action. Narcissists make a lot of empty promises. They use empty promises to earn the trust of others and to take advantage of their generosity. But you don't have to fall into the same trap. You can put these narcissistic people in their place with one simple phrase. Anytime they make a promise or commitment to you, just say, "I'll believe it when I see it." In other words, withhold any expectations until you see results. If you prioritize actions over words, a narcissistic person will never get the best of you. Number 7. Emotional detachment. Narcissistic personalities thrive in emotionally volatile situations, often taking advantage of irrational thinking and poor judgment. Emotion to a narcissist is like oxygen. Without it, they just can't function or survive. So if you want power over a narcissistic person, then don't get emotionally invested. Narcissistic personalities lose all their power and control when people ignore their guilt trips and provocations. As long as you're emotionally detached, you can put just about any narcissist in their place. Number 8. The irrationality defense. Here's another simple trick that you can use to get the better of narcissistic people. Whenever they're being irrational or controlling, you don't subject yourself to their manipulation. Instead, walk away. Refuse to interact with them until they can approach you in a calm and controlled manner. By refusing to interact with this person, you're not only sparing yourself from their toxicity and abuse, but you're also blocking this narcissistic person from indulging their selfish impulses. The longer you ignore them, the more stifled and desperate for attention they become. Sometimes this desperation is strong enough to change or discourage their toxic behavior. Number 9. The most terrifying phrase. A narcissist thrives on self-doubt. They want you to feel unsure about your thoughts and memories so that they can control the narrative of your life. For example, a narcissistic person might pretend that an old argument just didn't happen and then call you crazy for believing otherwise. This is often called gaslighting. It's one of the most common forms of manipulation, especially among narcissistic personalities. If you want to stop this toxic behavior in its tracks, then don't hesitate to identify gaslighting the moment you hear it. Because the phrase, "you're gaslighting me," will send many narcissists running for the hills. Number 10. Pump the brakes. Do you know someone who rushes you into making big decisions? Narcissists commonly pressure people to make decisions quickly and impulsively. They want you to think with your heart and ride waves of emotion instead of thinking clearly and carefully. So if you want to get the best of a narcissist, force them to slow down. Don't allow them to rush you into anything, and never make a decision a moment sooner than you want. This change of pace will frustrate any narcissist that you meet and leave them floundering for power and control. Number 11. Direct confrontation. Narcissistic people want to cripple your self-worth. They want you to lose faith in yourself and your abilities. But if you take everything they say with a grain of salt, then you can always find perspective, see through their lies, and protect your sense of self. Here's what you do. The next time they try to bring you down, you refuse to take any of their comments seriously. You tell them directly that you don't care what they think. Once they realize they can't control you, they'll quickly begin to change their tune. Number 12. Unbiased intervention. Finally, if you want to put a narcissist in their place, then add a third party to the conversation. Narcissists perform best when they can isolate and target specific people, preying on their weaknesses and vulnerabilities. They feel big and powerful in private, but in public they feel small and insecure. Around other people, their confidence dwindles and their manipulative tactics fall by the wayside. So if you really want to throw a narcissist off their game, then find someone unbiased or professionally trained. Many narcissists lose their nerve around healthcare professionals because they feel targeted and ashamed of their toxic behavior. If you don't have access to a healthcare professional, adding a good friend to the mix can be helpful too. Introducing another voice may reduce their narcissistic tendencies and stimulate a more constructive conversation. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.